Afternoon, it's Thursday the 12th of January. Weather's quite mild, if it's it is a bit breezy, and I was videoing this Moravian church. It's just across the road from me here, University Road Moravian church. I was videoing it last week, and I got a few comments from folks around the place, and this is what often happens with my YouTube videos. People get in touch and say, you know, did you not know that such and such was close by? And one video leads to another, and Gavin Bamford got in touch to tell me, you know, about this old park that's sitting right at the base of the Lisburn Road, and it's in a bad state. This is Malone Place, and I would have thought that Malone Place would have been up near the Malone Road, but we've got this old park here, and it's quite small, it's quite linear, and unfortunately the gate is secured because it's been used as a drinking area, I would imagine. And there's an old plaque, and I'm going to put the camera through the railings. There's this toll house garden. There's a wee picture with a carriage. I'm trying to get the writing. Toll House Garden. The garden has been developed by Bradbury Belfast as an amenity area. And it's not much of an amenity area now for the benefit of the community. It stands near the site of the former toll house, which was built circa 1819 when the Lisburn Road was being constructed as a main stage coach route, and travellers had to pay to use the road. And I'm not going to read down the rest of that because it's very difficult, but we can read it whenever we get the video up. And just as Gavin said, the main line from Malone Place to Dublin goes right underneath this road. Oh, hopefully there's a train. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Love it when that happens. There's no date on this bridge. Don't know what the name of this bridge is. Is it the Bradbury Bridge? Who knows? But there's something else very interesting. Got another poster on my channel got in touch to tell me about this building here in one Malone Place. Because this originally was an old maternity unit dating from way back when. So much history, hidden history all around, folks. It's just sad that this old park is totally neglected, you know. Absolutely shocking. It just becomes a rubbish tip. These houses must be brave and old. So let's go up and have a wee look. And this is quite close to the entrance to Sandy Row as well, the Lisburn Road end. So this information was by comes from Andrew McFarlane. Yes, Andrew McFarlane tells me that this was formerly known as the Belfast Midnight Mission, and this is the original building. This is class. Or it was possibly known as Malone Place Hospital, and in 1860, so the story goes, a group of ladies, well-meaning ladies, I'm trying to get out of the wind here, a group of well-meaning ladies from the locality noticed that there were a lot of young girls and young women and, you know, knocking about this area, and they were possibly homeless, or possibly alcoholics, or possibly prostitutes. So they decided to help them out, and they went out at night on a midnight mission and collected them up. Collected up as many wanted help, and give them free accommodation here, and also provided jobs for them, work, which was essential to keep them from going back on the streets. So this was the midnight mission, and originally 4 houses were purchased, and then the whole thing evolved and grew, and this building was used for a further purpose, to accommodate unmarried mothers, which there was a massive stigma back then, and probably even exists today, for unmarried mothers, and the mothers and children were accommodated here too. And by 1903 there were 10 births recorded in here, and by 1944 they had 116 births, and the premises was funded, there was fundraising going on by the Duchess of Abercorn, and 5 more houses were added to the original 4. It became a training centre for nurses and all the rest of it, but let's go back. There was 1926, it was renamed the Belfast Midnight Rescue and Maternity Home, and by 1949 Dr. Bell was working for the Northern Ireland Hospital Authority, and the Northern Ireland Hospital Authority, I believe, in 1949 bought the whole block. And there was a Dr. Elizabeth Robb here too, and she was training nurses as well. A non-denominational setup, and was taken over for the care of mothers by the Northern Ireland Hospital Authority. It was used right up until 1981 as a maternity unit, I believe. But now it's a community clinic, and there's some interesting plaques on the wall, and I'll not talk too much because it's very, very windy. Stone was laid by the Lady Mayoress, Lady Turner, 1925. And this stone was laid by Her Grace the Duchess of Abercorn, 1925 as well. And this one by the Honourable Lady Kennedy, 1925. I didn't really realise that this existed. And I didn't really realise that this existed. So history on your doorstep, folks. Keep your eyes open. If anybody has any interesting places for me to come and video, get in touch by my YouTube channel. There we go. Thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Gavin, for that interesting information. Yeah, the building seems to be in pretty good nick from, for having built and being built all those years ago. That's interesting, talking to the girl on the door there. She said that other people had been in and around the building, interested in the history of the place as well. There you go.